NC State Wolfpack. Let's get to know them a little bit. Coach Moore enters his 11th season at the helm for NC State. Under Moore, the Pack have won 20-plus games in 8 straight seasons. Look at the hardware. Along with 6 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances. NC State will be led this year by reigning ACC Sixth Player of the Year, Sanaya Rivers, who led the Pack in rebounds, blocks, and steals per game last season, as well as Madison Hayes, who returns for her senior season. Pack have also rebuilt. They're one of 6 teams to bring in 4 recruits from the ESPN Hoop Girls 100, tied for the most in the NCAA. The class will be led by 2023 McDonald's All-American and 9th-ranked recruit Zoe Brooks. You see her right there on your screen, and we are excited to watch her play this season along with that outstanding group. Coach Moore, good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Early morning?
It's time to go. Yeah, really early morning, because I was up till about 1 a.m. watching all the post-game festivities of the Rangers win. So, yeah, it's early morning.
So people who don't know, obviously, you're a Texas guy, big Dallas guy. So you're watching your baseball team win. Big baseball fan, apparently. Didn't know this.
Oh, I love it. Have MLB.com, so I watch about every game. You know, they play 162 of those things.
They do.
So I've seen about all of them, so it's an exciting time.
Well, let me just say this. As you all know, I love my San Francisco Giants.
Yep.
And my boys won 3 World Series titles with Bruce Bochy as the manager. And guess who's now running the show in Texas?
That's right.
It's not a coincidence.
Yeah, I was really fired up when they made that hire. And I believe, didn't y'all win it in odd-numbered years?
10, 12, and 14, and 10 was against Texas.
Yeah, I remember.
Ooh,
so now we're going to have to hope he can get it done on an uneven year.
First time for everything.
That's right.
That's what they say.
And we can talk baseball forever, but we got you here to talk hoops.
Okay.
8 straight seasons of 20-plus. Last year was kind of a crazy year, though, right? A little bit different. But what did you learn? What did you learn from a season like that?
Yeah, I don't know. We just we had some great wins, including beating Iowa on the road and winning some big ACC games. And then we had some tough losses. So probably the first year in my 34 years as a head coach, first year that it was a little up and down. And, you know, I always use the analogy, I want our team to be like McDonald's French fries. You can be anywhere in the world, and you know when you go to McDonald's, you know what you're getting. And that's the way I want us to be, night in, night out, no matter where we are. I want us to be hot and salty, you know, and didn't quite get it done. So we got to get back to being McDonald's fries. And, you know, y'all can give me a little bit of a kickback anytime, McDonald's.
NIL is a thing. Now, honestly, that might be the best analogy I've ever heard.
I need an NIL deal.
There you go. And he knows if anyone loves McDonald's, it's me. So I feel you, Coach. I'm right there with you.
I'm glad I got in with you.
So as you head into this season, how are you feeling about this group? Because you have 2 of your leaders here today in Sanaya Rivers and Madison Hayes, but you have, like we mentioned, a solid core of freshmen, too.
Yeah.
How would you describe the group that you have?
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. A year ago, we had no freshmen. First time ever in my career. And I think it's good to have those young players, and it makes you have to teach a little bit more. But I like it. We've got a good core of veterans that have played prominent roles. Then we got the 4 freshmen, a couple of portal kids. And it's been fun watching them come together off the court, on the court. So it's exciting to have those young kids again. And as a coach, that kind of rejuvenates you a little bit.
I know Wolfpack Nation loves their teams, period. Reynolds Coliseum, legendary building. The renovation there is spectacular.
Beautiful.
But you've now also got new locker rooms. I mean, the facility upgrades have been fantastic.
Have what? I'm sorry?
New locker rooms.
Yes. We very blessed again. The fans not only should come to the games, but we had several that stepped up financially to make that locker room possible. And, you know, we did some nice stuff as far as water massage tables, sleeping pods, a hair salon chair. I mean, if you look good, you play good, right? So it's fun. Apple computers in every locker. Hopefully they use those things to watch film and maybe a little bit of academics in there as well.
No Netflix at all will be watched on those laptops, that's for sure. But here's the list of things that you guys have in those facilities, and I know that's so important in terms of making your players currently happy and also on the recruiting trail as well. You mentioned all the different pieces you have, the veterans, the new faces. How are you meshing? What are some things you've done to get those relationships to grow at maybe a faster rate as the season approaches?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is having great people. You know, people wonder how you have good chemistry. Well, you put great people in the mix and you're going to have great chemistry. So I just think all the players are right now you know, picking each other up, encouraging each other. The veterans are pulling the freshmen along. The freshmen are bringing that energy that you have. So it's just been fun watching them grow. We just had a trip this past weekend where we went to the mountains, rented a couple of mountain houses, stayed up there for a couple of days, had a scrimmage, things like that. So I think just times like that where kind of get away from basketball, do some other things is always fun too.
Coach, I want to go back to the list of stuff I saw on there. Water massage table. Have we tried that out yet?
I have not.
No.
Pack. I've never had a massage pack. So I mean again,
come on, you got to sample all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're selling to recruits. Look at that.
Sleeping pods,
water massage tables. How are you not taking advantage of that?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure my assistants are. They'll probably, I think, on Mondays we usually have a masseuse come in and give the girls massages, and I think there's been times our assistants have stepped in when need be to fill those roles.
Coach, I got to tell you, that is a missed opportunity. I mean, you got that.
All right. I'll work on it. When I get back, I'll go
know
down
you're
there.
up. Listen, you're uptight. Your Rangers are sitting there on the doorstep.
Yeah.
You got, you lose 4 starters, but you're excited about all this influx of great young talent. Everybody's a little uptight before season. So you need to check out the water massage table. That's right there down your alley.
I wasn't uptight until you started talking about it like
Now he's
that. I
stressed.
was doing pretty good, man.
Now he's stressed.
Yeah, now it's like, holy cow, it's
We're
tip-off.
coming there for football in
Yeah.
2 weeks when NC State hosts Miami, so I think we might have to stop by the locker room. That's just what that sounds like to me.
Come on, we'll
We might stop by
give you a
practice.
tour, see practice.
All
That'd be
right.
awesome. I'm going to hold you to it now.
Sounds good.
Well, listen, it's not this weekend. It's next week
Right.
that we're going to
we'll
be
be
up
there.
Yeah,
there.
that's better because I won't be there this weekend.
well, I mean,
I'm going to be in Dallas, so I'm.
Well, you got to take care of those World Series tickets.
We're recruiting though. It's a big recruiting
well,
weekend.
it's a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the best of all worlds.
That's right.
with all that stuff.
One of the players you have here today is Sanaya Rivers. She's one of my favorites to watch because of her grit, right? If you just want to see someone work their tail off night in and night out, it's her. We know what she can do defensively, the sixth player of the year, what she can do off the bench. And I also noticed the stat, you guys are 11-0 when she shoots over 50%. So she's a critical piece of your team. How have you challenged her this year to take another step?
Yeah, I just think, again, first of all, confidence. She's worked hard on her three-point shot, got in the gym a lot on her own and extra time, and that's a part of her game. She's so athletic, can get to the rim. She's got a beautiful pull-up jumper. So hopefully, I've seen great improvement in her range as well. So scoring at all 3 levels will help. And then she just got to have that confidence. She's got to have a mindset that, she is a very special, talented player, and she needs to realize that.
One thing we've talked about in regards to the league, you got 5 teams ranked in the preseason top 20. You guys have always been a staple of that. Do you feel comfortable that, hey, nobody's talking about us and we're just going to go about our business? And, hey, we saw a couple teams last year from this conference that nobody was talking about before the season that, man, made an impact. Do you feel that you've got the capabilities of being that kind of team?
Well, I sure hope so. Let me say I do kind of miss being the center of attention and winning 3 straight ACC titles. That was a good ride, and that's what we're working towards, trying to get back to that level. Last year, like I said, a little up and down. I think we're on the track now. We got some good young players. That's what you got to have. You got to grow and build. I know nowadays this era is with the portal and all, maybe does not support that, but hopefully we can do that. I do think we can maybe sneak up on some people, not seeing us in the top 25, things like that. That's not NC State. So I'm excited about the opportunity to maybe get us back up there in the conversation.
And the quality of the league. I always like talking to coaches, and especially this time of year when everybody's still trying to figure out what they've got, much less anybody else. But it does seem on the surface when you look at the star. I keep going back to the star power in this league.
Yeah.
I've never seen it like this. Quite frankly, women's basketball as a whole has never been in a better spot in terms of just great players all over the place.
Oh, yeah. I think that's why you see the TV ratings just skyrocketing, because it is entertaining to watch these great players. But then in the ACC in particular, wow, as a coach, it's a nightmare. Every game you go into, there's so many weapons on the other team that you have to try to slow down, figure out how to match up with, things like that. So, yeah, it is. 5 teams in the top 25, I think, is too low. We had, I think, 8 teams go to the tournament a year ago, and I think, this conference capable of continuing to to be one of the best in the country.
Your coaches' nightmares too, your team, when they come in. They
Well,
say the same
I
thing
hope.
about you.
I hope.
think they say the same thing about you. Schedule-wise, you guys have UConn coming to Raleigh to your place early
Wait a
in the
minute.
season.
UConn has to come to Raleigh?
Yeah, can you
They're
believe
coming to
it?
Raleigh.
You're not going to
Yeah.
go play them in Greensboro or in Winston-Salem?
Can you believe it?
They're actually going to come to Raleigh.
Yes, I know. After 2 trips up there, we met them in the Elite Eight. I was trying to tell Gino this counts as our away game, and now y'all come to us next year. But
Right.
he didn't fall for that.
No.
But finally, we have that game at home, and it's going to be a great atmosphere. First week of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way to jump into the fire.
What do you want to see early from your team? That'll indicate some things to you in the season. What do you look for?
Urgency.
Yeah.
We got to fly around, and again, going back consistently, not in, not out. We know we got to bring it. I mean, we don't have maybe the star power we've had at all 5 spots, so we got to do it as a team, and just again, every possession on both ends of the floor is so critical.
Looking forward to a paradise trip there to St. Thomas?
Virgin Islands. I can't wait. It's going to be a fun trip, and we try to do that every Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Have about 6 days in some place warm and tropical.
Love that.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. Here's what I learned about you in this whole interview. Rangers in 4.
Not going to get that. Not going to get that cocky.
All right, Rangers in 5. All right.
Rangers and whatever.
Period. Right.
Yes,
you don't
exactly.
care. We want to be like McDonald's fries.
Yeah.
Right. Salty and hot.
Yeah,
Yep.
love that.
Right. Sense of urgency.
Yep.
Think you could be a really good basketball team that nobody's talking about, which is
Right.
fine with you. You get a good chance to get out and prove it.
Playing low in the weeds.
Stay low,
Play
keep
low in the
moving. I say it all the time.
weeds.
Stay
That's
low,
right.
keep moving.
Yep.
And you got Gino coming to Raleigh.
Yeah.
Man alive.
Yeah, he's already asking about the Angus barn, wanting a meal, go to Angus barn. So
Which is not bad,
yeah.
by the way.
Well,
We'll see.
hospitality. Hey, before we let you go, how are you feeling about your Cowboys?
Yeah, Cowboys have been kind of that roller coaster, up and down.
Yeah.
Got to be a little more consistent. But, hey, we're in a good spot. We've played 4 of our first 6 games on the road, so now let's get back home.
And
All right.
get San Francisco off the schedule.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, well, if that doesn't wake you up,
That's right.
I mean, you need something like that.
But
every
like
now
your
and then.
schedule, you want to go play good people and find out exactly
Hey,
where you
the
are.
players want to play that.
No doubt.
They want to play that schedule. They want to be challenged. They don't want that, easy game. So it's fun to put them on that stage. That game's on ABC, by the way.
Let's go.
So it's going to be a big night.
Love
All
it.
right, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
All right.
Wish you
Thank
nothing but
y'all.
success.
It's fun.
You got it. The one and only Wes Moore taking care of